sounds like I've got the mic too close to my face. It's probably because in order for my voice to actually be audible on this thing, I have to be pretty much eating the microphone. So, yeah. Let's see, what was I doing? I'm just gonna film myself doing random stuff. And I was planning on, if I can find one of them, I guess I could look at my quests. I was planning on working on this quest here. Let's see. Well, let's just pick one of these. And this is going to involve searching some Ayleid ruins. And, well, let's just pick one, shall we? One that I haven't been to yet. Let's see here. Miranda, well, let's just go there. Go to, okay, this is probably going to be the closest I can get. Oh, there's Hand-Me-Down. Say hi, Hand-Me-Down. I will continue to call that horse Hand-Me-Down. Don't care what anybody says, that's his name. Hand-Me-Down. That's his name. I have yet to get a faster horse, and I'm still running on my two legs. I'm still faster than my goddamn horse. Where is this ruin here? Go running through the hills trying to find a ruin. And hopefully not get attacked by anything in the process. Aha! There it is. I can see it on my compass. This is actually, I know this game is a few years old now, and also I had to turn the graphics down a little bit so it would run on my computer because my computer has way too much stuff on it. This is actually still a really beautiful looking game. I mean, yeah, I know Skyrim is like 3 times or more good looking than this, but I still like it. I think it's nice. Okay, here's the ruins. Uh-oh. And I'm being attacked. Okay. I think it's those, yeah, it's these things. Okay. But I'm good at killing these things. They are no match for my a touch of ice, if I can figure out where the hell it is. Okay. Also, anytime you see my character glowing that kind of fuchsia color is actually because that means that she is absorbing a magical attack, which she does because she's an Atronach. Okay, and always save before going into a scary ruin like this. Also get your weapon of choice out. I think I'm also going to poison it because, whoops, wrong thing. Probably going to poison it because I do that. That's just something I do. And I use fire damage a lot in this case because there tend to be a lot of undead in these kinds of ruins, and they are usually weak to fire. So, oh, is that? Yeah, it's alive. Okay, I'm gonna get ya. Got it. And I captured its soul for some reason. Yeah, my bow actually does have soul trap on it. Which I thought would be pretty handy considering I tend to need to use that soul trap spell in order to use soul stones to recharge my magical equipment, of which I use many. So Okay, switch over to the smaller map so I can see where I'm going. Okay, I guess I didn't mention the purpose of actually going in here is this quest called the Collector, and basically there's a guy who lives in Imperial City who basically is collecting these old Ayleid statuettes, which you can find in some of these ruins, which you can find occasionally in Ayleid ruins. And once you've, at the point in the quest where you have given him, where you have found 2 of the statuettes and given them to him, he gives you a tip about which ruins you might be more likely to find them in. And so he gives you a list of ruins to check, and this is one of those ruins. So we're going to be looking for one of those statuettes in here. Something else I do a lot in these ruins is I carry a lot of Night Eye potions with me. It just makes it easier to see enemies. Oh, that's what I've been hearing. That's what I've been hearing. There's a Minotaur in there. Can I open that? I cannot. That means there is a button to open that, but it's not here. It's somewhere else. And this is a dead end, apparently. Well, and... ooh. Okay, taking that stuff. Now where? These ruins can be really confusing if you don't pay attention. They can... some of them... oh crap. I hate these things. I swear, these... it's, they look like, they look like the Rock from The Mummy Returns as the Scorpion King. It's the Scorpion King, people! Holy crap. These things... one of these burst out of the bushes at me. The first time I ever found one, it scared the bejesus out of me. And there's no soul gem in my inventory large enough to... well, that's okay. Oh dear God, what is that? Was that a noise that he was making? Oh! There's another one of these. It hasn't seen me yet. Now it has. Yeah, these are actually pretty useful because usually I absorb most of their attack. Well, for one, I absorb most of their attack, and for another, they drop glow dust, which is useful for alchemy, and I use alchemy a lot, so yeah, actually a pretty useful thing to fight. What is this? You know, I honestly, as cool as these ruins are, I have a, and you know, not to say anything bad against the ruins or anything, because I really love exploring them and all, but I have a really hard time envisioning what they must have looked like when they weren't ruined, like when they were still actual cities. I don't know, I have a hard time envisioning that. And it still looks like I can't get over there unless I totally missed the door. We'll worry about that later. Oops. Okay, up these stairs here. Oh, gosh. Tree lady. That's a Spriggan. Not hard to fight in and of themselves, but, there it is. That's what I was looking for. But they summon bears. I actually killed her before she had a chance to summon a bear, so it's all good. I love being able to one-hit enemies like that. It does wonders for your self-esteem. Okay. Here we go. Oh, holy crap. It ran into me and didn't even notice me. Oh god, oh god, it's another one of those, it's another one of those Scorpion King things. Oh gosh. Let's hit him with one of these. Where is he? There he is. Okay, I really love hitting stuff with paralysis. It's just hilarious how they kind of just flop over. It's even funnier when you use it with like a humanoid because they just go stiff and just fall right over. It's so funny. The thing about these ruins is they're not all the same size, so, and it's dark again. They're not all the same size. Like, I've seen some that were actually relatively small. Like, they were only one floor and really not that large. Oh, I'm getting better at sneaking. Not that large, and then I've had some that were huge. Like, they were like 3 floors, and each floor was just ginormous in and of itself. So you really never know what you're gonna get when you... Oh, God, I can hear another one of those things. I mean, unless you look it up on the internet beforehand, which you could totally do, but I usually don't do that. Yeah, you just don't know what you're gonna get when you go into one of these. Well-kind stones. I always keep at least 5 well-kind stones in my inventory just for emergencies, because as I've previously mentioned, my character is an Atronach, so she doesn't... her magicka doesn't regenerate on its own. And well-kind stones, what they do is they actually, you use one, they regenerate, they totally fill up your magicka, and then they disappear. So, they're actually, particularly if your character's an Atronach like mine, they are extremely useful. So, yeah, pick them up when it, like, you know, and even if not, they're like, even if you don't want to use them, they're like, if you need money, they're like 50 gold pieces each, so either way they're still pretty useful. So yeah, pick them up whenever you have the chance, whether you want to keep them and use them or sell them. Well, I don't hate it that, I mean, you can usually hear enemies before you get to them. And on the one hand, that's really useful, because that way you don't come up on an enemy unawares. At least you unaware. Maybe the enemy is unaware. That's good, but you being unaware, that's bad. What am I talking about? I am rambling. But yeah, when you can hear an enemy but not see it, it kind of ups the creepy factor a little bit. I'll probably talk about that more when I do my my actual Let's Play, which is going to be my first Let's Play ever, and it's going to be over Bioshock, which is one of my favorite games. But anyway, I thought a lot about what game I wanted to do my first Let's Play over, and yeah, that was the one I decided on. Oh, fire. Not sure if that means that there's actually been people down here, because I haven't seen any people. People? Goblins? Anything? Oh, there's Scorpion King again. Here we go. They make creepy noises, don't they? But they're just creepy all out. I mean, they look like something that, God, they look like something that crawled out from under a rock. Like part scorpion, part crab, part cockroach, part I don't know what, part queen alien maybe? I don't know. I don't know. What is this thing? Oh dear God. Well, whoever designed that monster, I salute you. It's creepy as hell. Okay, more Volkine stones. What you can do is you can... I thought about doing it, but then I didn't. You can, even if you don't want to look up a map of these places, you can look up how many Welkind stones that you can find in a particular ruin, just so you make sure you don't miss any while you're down here. I didn't bother. There's another one! They dropped this, I guess they're called a drug, I guess is how you would pronounce that. But they dropped this drug wax, which sounds horrifying. It makes me think of like it's earwax or something. God. Oh my. Ugh. I'm not easily grossed out, but that's pretty gross. And down he goes. I love that. Oh God, I'm getting off a bender. What the, God, they make a, they sound like a, God, they make a sound like a, like one of those, like a Geiger counter, sort of, almost. Ugh. Actually, they kind of tick, which kind of reminds me of this episode of Grimm that was on the other night. Don't know if anybody out there is a Grimm fan, but there was these there was this creature that would it would like climb in your window, and it had this really long tongue that it would basically stick into the woman, like a pregnant woman's belly through her navel, and like eat her baby. And it would make this really creepy ticking sound. And it was just really, it was a really freaky thing. I can use that. Like for, they have a hard time finding ingredients to make, frost damage potions, so, yeah, that ingredient can come in useful. Now see, some of these places there's enough ambient light to really, to see what you're doing, but some of them you really need something like a night eye or a light or even a torch. I usually don't use torches though because I think it makes it more likely for God. What is that and where is it? Oh God. I start whispering like they're gonna hear me. I think like using something like a light potion or a torch, if you're sneaking, it makes you more likely to be discovered. Oh, it's an ogre, that explains it. Oh crap, it saw me. Well, not that it matters if they see you anyway, but okay. Switching over to my frost bolt. Ow. Oh, ogre be made of rubber. Yeah, what I would say, basically, I guess really anything that gives off light is probably going to make it more likely that you're going to be seen if you're, sneaking and trying to be stealthy. And night eye doesn't give off light. It makes it so you have night vision, and thus you're less likely to be noticed. So yeah, I generally use night eye. I choose to use night eye rather than a torch or light. I will use, a torch or light potion if if I'm out of night eye or I'm just not concerned about being spotted, but maybe it's because I'm afraid of spiders that these things freak me out so much. I really do not like spiders. It's just something, I'm not as bad as my brother. He's a complete arachnophobe. But, yeah, spiders, really not fond of spiders. Really, yeah, there's that Geiger counter sound. I really, any kind of creepy crawly thing I'm not a fan of. Bugs, spiders, crustaceans. Yeah, I'm kind of a wimp in real life.